let people qualify to access certain informations about you. It's Joseph Michael here, and today I want to share something that you might not really find out there so common, and I want to talk about this concept called see finish, right? Because see finish is one thing that has destroyed a whole lot of friendships, a whole lot of relationships. And maybe you are that kind of a person who, when you have access to certain kind of informations, right? You begin to get act a certain way, right? Towards people who you're supposed to be respecting. Then I want you to pay attention to me, because you see that thing that you're doing. It is going to cost you much more than you bargain for or would ever bargain for. Now, you need to understand that human beings actually represent systems and structures, right? Every human being that comes into my life, that's how I see them. I see every human being as a system. I see them as a structure. Now, why do I think this way? I think this way because I want to be able to discern the purpose of that person in my life. Now, many times, by virtue of, being the kind of person that I am, someone might confide in me and all of those kind of things. And a lot of people actually do confide in me. Now, it would be very stupid of me, it would be literally very foolish of me for me to say, okay, because this person discloses kind of sensitive information towards me, right? Because of that, I have to start acting a certain way. But guess what? A lot of people do this. And you do not know that you are actually hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself in so many ways. Maybe a friend of yours, someone you're very close to, is sharing stuff with you. He just shared some private information with you. And guess what? The next thing, they corrected you about something and you're like, you way they correct me, you that's correcting me. Are you practicing what you're preaching? Why you might have some sense to that, I also hope you understand that if he did not share that information he shared with you earlier on, you would not have enough information for you to be able to say what you did. And what you have just done is that you have, one way or the other, right? You have restricted yourself, or you have disqualified yourself for some more sensitive informations. Apart from sensitive informations, you have disqualified yourself as someone who is information trustworthy. And guess what? You've just helped yourself to acquire a bad PR, because guess what? He's going to tell somebody else what you did. Had the fact that he disclosed something to you, and then you spoke to him rudely on the grounds of that thing that he has said to you. Sometimes we joke beyond boundaries. Someone said something privately to you. They just told you about their struggle, and you're gathering among friends, and the next thing you start joking with, that now becomes your subject of laughter. That becomes your subject of joke, because you don't understand boundaries. You joke beyond boundaries. You see someone outside, won an award. You are happy. You post it on your status. You are excited. Your friend won an award too. Someone opened a business. You are excited. You post it here and there. Your close friend opened a business. Are you talking about it? Or you allow see finish to set in. You feel like because you have this person. And that's the mistake that a lot of us make. A lot of people make that mistake. People think that, you could think that you actually own people. Whereas in the real sense, you don't own anybody. We could make the mistake of thinking that certain people are so close to us, so we are so into them, they are so into us, that they cannot leave regardless of what we do. And see, you just need to experience a thing or two about life for you to understand that mindset is actually a very flawed mentality. You don't own anybody. Like, you literally don't own anybody. Your friend did something that you're not cool with, and you are outside and you're criticizing your friend in the presence of the public, in an open place. You go to your friend posted something and you go to their comment section to go and criticize what they say. Who raised you? Like, who literally raised you? You go to your friend. Do you actually know that most people Most people who okay, let me not say this. Let me not say this. I'll keep it. But again, learn how not to criticize your friends in the public. Like, it is a bad thing. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is literally very, very, very wrong. It is literally wrong. I mean, you could, if you look through history, and you could see it. I mean, Julius Caesar had a friend, his close friend, Brutus. Guess who was the orchestrator of his death? Brutus actually did. Guess what? Brutus was a constant critic. He criticized him in the Senate. He steered the Senate against the emperor, against the Caesar himself. He steered the Senate, and guess what? He stabbed him. He killed Julius Caesar. He did. The one who eats and drinks with me is stabbing me. So you need to, and if you have friends around you, you need to begin to discern who this kind of people. So watch out for those friends who criticize you in public. Watch out for those friends who, when you tell them something, the next thing you're hearing it from this person, you're hearing it from that person. Watch out for those kind of friends. Watch out for those friends who don't know who joke beyond boundaries. They don't understand boundaries. And you need to understand that boundaries is not a bad thing. Boundaries does not mean you don't love the person. For every relationship in my life, there are boundaries. Like every friendship in my life, there are boundaries. Whether you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my friend, colleague, there are boundaries. And that's just how it has to be. You need to learn to define boundaries, because before your enemy will betray you, your friend will first of all betray you. And guess what? Before he betrays you, you would have seen those signals. If you pay attention, you would have seen those signals. It will show up in his actions, subtle actions. It will show up in his subtle words, show up in his joke. People say things like, I was just joking with you. Listen, for every joke, there's an ounce of truth in it. There's an ounce of truth in every joke. What I just said to you right now, you might not understand it. It's okay. It's fine. You might argue with it. It's okay. It's fine. It's currently above your level. As you grow, right, you begin to understand better what I'm talking about. I have friends who are doing better than me. I have friends who are doing much better than me. I am humble enough to go and ask them, how did you do this thing? How do you do this thing? And I honor my friends. I honor my friends. The Bible talks about honor your father and your mother. Well, honor thy friends. Not your father and your mother that thy days may be long. Honor thy friends that you might enjoy bliss in the earth. If God wants to, it is easier for God to bless you with your friend than for him to bless you with a stranger. Then why would you allow syphilis to come into the relationship, into the friendship? Honor your friends. Don't criticize them in the public. If they do something nice to you, reciprocate it. If your friend does something that you do not like, talk to them about it. If you don't do this, you will lose people that are important to you. You will lose important people. I know what I am telling you. You will lose important people. And apart from losing, and as much as you're losing those important people, you will lose the benefits that comes with having those people in your life. I'm telling you, you will lose it. It will be like film. You will lose it. So learn to pick up your phone, call people. If someone says something to you, shut the fuck up and swallow it. If you're scratching your body is doing you somehow to talk about it, go and drink water. Go and drink water. And do not, I repeat, do not dishonor your friends. Your friends are the system and the structures. Except you have foolish friends. If you have foolish friends, get out of the circle. It probably means you're a foolish person as well. Right? It probably means that. Your friends are the system and structures that God, or maybe it's not God, maybe you set around yourself. Because it's not all friends that are in your life that are from God. My mentor said to me one day, he said, Michael, do you know that when people come into your life, they come in for two reasons? He was talking to me in the context of relationship anyway, but it applies to friendships too. He said when people come into your life, they come for either of two things. They either come for intervention or they come for interruption. And I said, holy fuck. They either come for intervention or interruption. So understand people that are in your life and treat them accordingly. Treat them accordingly. If you know the person came for interruption, cut it off and excuse yourself. If he came for intervention, honor them. Honor them. Honor them. Honor them. They are the system and the structures that God has placed in your life. It's as simple as that. It's the life advice I'm giving to you. I apply it. That's why I'm able to enjoy the things that I'm enjoying in my friendships. And I'm going to enjoy in the ones, the systems and the structures that God is still going to bring my way anyways. And now I'll urge you to do the same thing. So if you found this video valuable, click the link around this video, subscribe. I share more of this often from time to time, right? Turn on your notification bell. So when I drop a new video, that's about sales, psychology, marketing, whatever, you'll get the notification, okay? I'll see you in my next video. Don't allow see-finish, I repeat, do not allow see-finish to destroy your relationships. I'll talk to you soon.